miniatures on a train, yeah.
Welcome to the first Painting Miniatures on a Train video. The first of what I intend to be a series of videos focused on getting you creative, motivated and active in your hobby. I've considered uploading this without a voiceover, but there's more going on here and the purpose requires context and for you to stay tuned. I'd like to tell some stories along the way, and if you'd like to see the series evolve, there's a number of ways you can help towards seeing that become a reality. I chose a wrap fist marker from the Skaven Blight Scramblers Blood Bowl team to paint on this journey from Birmingham to Derby, and right now you're listening to an instrumental track of my own from a number of years back. At the moment you can find this on my SoundCloud. We've closed with a different version of the same number later, and the rest of the music is courtesy of a variety of artists providing their music for creative use on the internet for free. Their links are in the video description. I'd like to do more with my music and spend more time dedicated to creating enjoyable and fulfilling content. Joining my Patreon, subscribing to my Twitch channel, becoming a member here on YouTube, buying a commission via Fiverr, or being a patron on Patreon, all of this will help to fund and motivate me doing this. The links will all be down below. Please like, comment, join the channel, and most importantly, subscribe. Painting on a train. I'd like to think this idea is pretty original, but maybe you know of someone who's done something similar. Let me know who or what it is. Maybe there's a particular journey you'd like to see me make whilst painting. Maybe there's a particular miniature you might have come to mind, and if anything inspired in you a message you'd like me to hear, I'd love to have it. The paints used are all on screen as I'm painting, but for the sake of ease, for the listeners out there, of the contrast paint line we use Blood Angels Red, Gilliman Flesh, Agaros Dunes, Warpstone Green, Basilicanum Grey, Eandon and Nazdrag Yellow. Not sure if Citadel shades were used, but if they were, I'll keep my eye on the video and let you know for sure. Use a combination of Moot Green and Sunny Skin Tone to highlight the Warpstone and Warpfire, I think. And we've got Abaddon Black and Prima Krill's Platinum White if we need it to shade down or up. Also got some Nihalax Oxide for the verdigris on the brass spikes. I'm using a Citadel artificial bristle brush called an STC Shade M, and the well from my Red Brass Gamers wet palette. To paint the whole team of Skaven this ratty fist of painting is from with just these paints, I think, and in the future we'll attempt that. I'd like to thank my willing co-passenger who seconded as a standby camera operator. It was lovely to sit and chat. I hope you find and like this video, and maybe if you do, it'll give you fond memories. Hit me up in the comments below if you found it. Sorry I didn't catch your name. There'll be a quick 360-degree shot of the finished model at the end, so stick around for that. And now, to the topic of the whole point of the series and what I hope you will get out of it. My dear fellow hobbyists, there are many of you, and I have love for you all. I know a number of good hobby friends that have spoken to me about the struggle it can be to simply get the paints out and get started. They've no space to set up, they've no time. I too have suffered this challenge. Allow me to console you. These trips by train to see my family and friends, which happened approximately on a monthly basis, became one of the few moments last year where I would find myself free to paint without distraction or procrastination. Consider, all I have with me is a paint well, 10 or so paints, one brush, a few models, because I've underestimated the time I'd have on the train and some distilled water. The surface I've got to operate on is about 12 by 7 inches. My lighting is inconsistent. I'm dealing with the vibration of the train running along the track. The seat I'm in isn't the most comfortable. I've not got any magnification like I usually do at home. My paint selection is limited and access to it is awkward. What I want you to do is take this as a sprinkle of motivation and inspiration to go grab a model you've been wanting to get painted for a while. This video is a space and time for you to dedicate to painting a miniature. The video length should provide enough of a window to paint a small miniature. If you're limited on space and time, like so many of us are nowadays, you'll first need to build and prime a model or a small set of models first. Once you've managed to put together and prime a model or set of models, keep them together with the paints you need to paint them and a brush or two. Emphasis on the need here. Don't take more than 10 paints if you're struggling for space. Have a palette close by. If you can't keep a wet palette ready, then just use a well or a hard surface. Take the paint that you'll need and no more. You'll be fine. If eyesight is a problem, find some way of making it easier to see. If you've no space for a magnification lamp, then consider magnification glasses. I'm going without because I'm a little short-sighted and I've got good acuity otherwise. I'm not painting for display. It should be no surprise to anyone. Just looking to chip some bits off the pile of shame and turn it into a gaming piece. You and I, we probably aren't looking, generally, for masterpieces. When we actually finish a miniature and look at it from arm's length, does it look cool? Of course it looks cool, it's a painted mini. Now, I'm going to let the music run for a while. If you haven't gone and gotten yourself set up, go now. You don't need much space or perfect lighting, just a brush, some paints, and the model you want painted. There's not all that much going on screen, so go now. exclusive time-limited Patreon merch. Stuck around this long, then I guess it's possible you might want to hear more about me and what brought me to this point. Learning to paint miniatures to high standard became an obsession for me well over 5 years ago now. I was still living in Birmingham, maybe sometime around 2013, 2014. And my YouTube feed brought up videos from some of the OG miniature painters that were pretty well established already. I remember watching Kenny and By Painted, Hobby Cheating from Vince Venturella, terrain tutorials from the Terrain Tutor. I was there in the earliest days of Miniac's explosion onto the platform. I saw miniature wargaming and tabletop minions grow, and a plethora of others who one day will make a montage video about and pay homage to. In a short span of time, watching miniature painting videos became a regular part of my digital consumption. Life decisions had me move city, move jobs, move industry, reroute my career, and after 3 years in Bristol, I found myself a little at a loose end. I was frustrated at the amount of time I spent playing computer games, saddened by my deprivation of regular social interaction, and in need of good, relaxed company. I'd become withdrawn and was searching for a group of people who just wanted to enjoy a normal social endeavour and step away from as many things in my life that brought little value and more often than not caused me and those around me suffering. And that was where Warhammer came in. I visited my local shop, made an order from Goblin Gaming if I recall correctly, and found my most local regular wargaming club. After a few months, I was becoming one of a group of people whose only real concern was if you were going to turn up on the next Sunday. It was liberating, and after half a lifetime I was back in my element, learning rule sets and rolling dice. Over the 7 months I was with them, I won a few first places at the monthly painting competition they ran, along with several runner-up prizes, much to the chagrin of a few of them, me being a fresh, prodigal son to the hobby, and most of them being veterans with a decade or more of experience. If you're in the North Bristol area, then hit up the Apocalypse Wargaming Club. They're good people. These experiences and the inevitable eventually came together. My employment was coming to an end, as I knew it always would in Bristol, it having been a fixed-term contract. With a little help from my friends and family, I moved city to try and join the company behind all of it, to join the Games Workshop workforce at whatever level they'd take me. My long-term goal was either to paint for them, as in my childhood dreams, or to paint for myself and others and have a little business of my own, fulfilling the entrepreneurial spark within me and forging some sort of independence. And here we are today, with the culmination of that struggle coming to a head. In 2019, I got a finalist pin at Golden Demon, which was the first competition I'd entered since the migration. I was pretty happy about it. Last year, I got a third place at Bring Out Your Lead. I was pretty happy about that too. This year, I'm not yet sure I'll be entering any competitions. We'll see. It was actually my birthday on the day of recording this. I had breakfast with my mum, dad and brother, and this journey was taken on an East Midlands railway line from Birmingham New Street, also known as Grand Central, to Derby. The last big city before my little satellite town. I was heading back to go live on Twitch because they say your birthday as a Twitch streamer is the most profitable day of the year to stream. I stream on Twitch as regularly as I'm able. At the moment, I'm in flux. Half sick with repetitive strain that prevents me from doing my old job and in the process of looking for something else. Streaming and video editing, music practice and miniature painting has been a lifeline of sorts. I'd like to branch out in time to voice acting, maybe even actually do something in terms of a big production. If fate, and by fate, I mean all of you watching, were you to decide this was to be my future breadwinning strategy, then I would graciously accept. I need you all to share this video. I want your subscriptions, and I want your input into future content. I've not yet figured out the rewards and tier systems on Patreon, aside from the stickers, mugs and shirts that are there now. They're going to be available for a limited time only because I foresee better, more rewarding ways to give back to you all than simply merchandise. Again, this is for patrons. The Damascata logo is featured on them, and the next month or so we'll transition from that name completely to the Mini Madcap. Now's your chance to get something that's becoming a part of the history of the channel. Join the Patreon, support me, and secure your random mini painting guy's new old logo on a vinyl sticker, mug or t-shirt. Treat yourself. You can find me right now everywhere I can be on the internet as the Mini Madcap, with the single exception of Twitch, where I'm still there as Damascata for now. Click on the links below. Like, subscribe, follow on Twitch, and if you can, support the channel by becoming a member, joining our Patreon, buying a commission on Fiverr, or send a sub our way on Twitch. Here's the 360-degree shot as promised. I managed to finish this model within 45 minutes and it's ready for the table. I really appreciate those of you who got to the end. See you in the Twitch streams. I'm hoping to next be live this Sunday evening from about 1800 hours British summertime. See you there. Exclusive time-limited Patreon merch. Oh, there's also Facebook, I suppose. Yeah.